I have a very special guest with me on Web3 Women this week, the one and only Paris Hilton. Hello, Paris.
Hello.
Well, this is a nice surprise. It's not like I've been chatting to you on Twitter or anything and trying to get you involved and coming to talk to us. So thank you for coming on. It's really nice to actually have a few minutes of your time.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So if I was to, I had to ask this question to Jane last week, just start at the beginning, which was, and she liked it, so I'm hoping you like it as well, which was, who is Paris Hilton? If you were going to describe yourself, how would you do it? What would you say, about you?
Me, I am kind. I have a big heart. I'm creative. I'm an innovator. I see into the future. I'm an undercover nerd. I'm an artist. And I don't know, I just love to bring like happiness and sparkle and fun to the world because we need more of that.
Hell yes, we do. I think some people in our community, particularly, you would have be aware of Gala Games and more recently Gala Music. Some in our community will probably thinking right about now, why is Bucks talking to Paris Hilton? And they would be misinformed if they are asking that question because you've been in this Web3 space for a long time, right? Can you talk about how you got into it and the kind of things that you've been working on in the space?
Well, I got into actually the crypto space back in 2016 when I had dinner in Berlin with the founders of Ethereum, became friends with them, and just started getting just really interested in crypto and the blockchain. And just, I didn't really understand it in the beginning, like all the technical parts of it, but I wanted to learn more. And I really saw that there was something there. And then in 2019, I got approached to do my first NFT, which was for charity. This was during the Australia fires, and it was benefiting that charity. And I did my first one. I drew one of my cats. So it was like a crypto kitten. And that went for 17,000. This is, way back before NFTs were what they are now. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like you could make digital art and have it go and benefit an amazing charity. And I just was like, this is so interesting. And then during the pandemic, I started going on Clubhouse like every single night for hours and hours. I started meeting all of these incredible people in the community and talking about all these projects. And it just got me so excited. And then I did my first NFT drop with Blake Catherine. And that went incredible to, set the highest female comp in history with our one of one piece. So that was amazing, just really to uplift women. And now just continuing to do so much more in this space. And it's just been so much fun.
I loved, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in that drop, you also did what I would call a reach play, so something really accessible as well, didn't you? With a lower price point as well.
Yes, with my last drop with Origin Protocol, I did my pieces with super plastic. And then I did this polygon piece, which I created, and we sold 25,000 of them. And I made the price point $11.11 because I really wanted to bring in new people and make it really accessible and make sure that all my fans could be able to get a piece like this. And we did the research and we found out that it was like 65% of the people who bought this NFT had never had a wallet before. This was their first NFT. So it was amazing just to really bring in more people into the space who, maybe weren't aware of it before, or I don't know, just get them excited about this.
And what for you is exciting about the space? What are you most interested in? You've mentioned art there specifically, but what else is there for you that you might want to try or that you're thinking about getting involved in, or projects you like? What's sort of catching your attention right now?
For me, I am just really obsessed and fascinated with everything happening in Web3. I really just see that there are so many incredible artists and people who, when I've been going to all the art shows, Art Basel every year, all of that, and not everyone has the opportunity to be able to get into that. And now with the blockchain, with Web3, anybody with the talent or who wants to put out their art is able to do that and to make a living off of that. And I think that's amazing. And it really gives the power back to the creator. I love in secondary sales that, in the traditional art world, that wasn't, available to anyone before, but now with the blockchain it is, and people will be able to profit off of their art for the rest of time. And just that there's so much transparency, and the metaverse, that's something that I'm obsessed with and have been for many years. Like back in 2018 in my documentary, The American Meme, I was already creating this place called Paris World where people could come and they could be their own avatars and come and watch me DJ or hang out. And, the technology wasn't available years ago like that, but now today it is. And I've built Paris World inside of Roblox, and now we're going to be doing a sandbox. So it's just, I don't know. I love that I've always been someone who kind of sees into the future and has been ahead of my time. And now to see all of this actually coming to life is just incredible.
And when you were talking there, you said about Roblox and Sandbox. I think that's something quite unique, or it certainly feels quite unique about this space, is that companies are willing to share and collaborate and have information flow, and customers and players and supporters flow back and forth between them. Has that been your experience, or do you think there's still work to do there? Do you feel that sometimes that communities are quite sort of divided? What's your take on the sort of the Web3 space communities and those different big projects?
That's one of the things that I love most about the Web3 space, is that everybody supports each other. It's like, being in Hollywood and that type of space, people are very kind of like, oh, you're exclusive with me, and they don't want to share people. But with this space, I see everyone wanting to share. They want the word to be spread everywhere. Everyone wants to collaborate. Everyone is supporting each other's projects. It's just like this really close, amazing community of people who just want to create together and make this as big as possible. So I think it's amazing that people are really just allowing that, and also really encouraging it as well. And I love to do so many things, and I have so many different interests, and I want to support as many projects that I believe in as possible. So I love that everybody is on that wavelength as well.
And when it comes to things like emerging talent, undiscovered artists, new formats, what's your key takeaway for that, for people to get involved and support? What are you doing to get involved and support those people?
I love supporting everyone, especially new artists. With Sevens Grants, I did my Empowered by Paris, which was me curating a show of all female artists and uplifting and empowering them. And I just think being able to share my platform with others and share their art to the world is an amazing gift that I have. And I've always been that way in my life. And with this, I could do it even on a bigger level and scale, where I can support so many and discover new artists. And with my media company, 1111 Media, it's all about making dreams come true. And I'm one of those people who've always been a person who loves to give back. So for me, it's just like the perfect place to be able to do everything that I love, that I'm passionate about, and help others achieve their dreams in life.
And I know we're running a little bit out of time, so I'm going to ask you two more. Somebody told me that there's quite a few, and you are most definitely famous, so there's quite a few, but not that many of you famous faces in the space right now. But somebody told me that the wonderful thing about Paris is that she's brave, and that she doesn't compromise what she wants in terms of quality, but that she's totally open to always experimenting and trying. And it's never, it's never that sort of contrived or sort of really tightly managed. It's a much more free-flowing approach that she takes. Do you think that's true? And what's a good example of that? When have you sort of gone, I don't really know what's going to happen, but let's give it a go and let's just jump in and see what everybody thinks of what I'm doing? Has there been an example that you can give us? Because I feel like looking at your feed and all the things that you're up to, that is true. You do seem to just, not dissimilar to Snoop, just try things and want to create new things and not have to follow a format that somebody else has already done. I think there's probably going to be people that follow you, but I do feel like you're leading the way on that. Is that fair?
Well, thank you. And yes, I I just feel like I just do what I love and I don't listen to what other people say. And I feel that, even I think one of the first things I did, this was like the beginning of reality television. My mom, my sister, everyone was like, no, don't do it. You're crazy. And I did The Simple Life, and it's a huge success, and then started this whole new genre of celebrity. And that, was one of the risks that I took in the beginning of my career and what I continue to do all the time, because I feel that I'm someone who doesn't, like follow the rules. I like to make up my own rules. I like to be innovative. I like to do things that people maybe are too scared to do or haven't thought of before. And I'm lucky that I've been right most of the time.
I don't know that that's luck, just so you know. I think there's probably a lot more to it than luck. A good bit of business sense as well. So last question, what are you excited about right now? What's the future hold? I know that, we're in crypto, so the future's basically 10 days time, but what are you working on? You don't have to leak. Our community do love a leak, but is there anything that you're particularly excited about, other than obviously chatting to Gala and Web3 Women, that you might be bringing out soon or in the future?
There's so many things that I'm excited about. One thing that I am very, very excited about, obviously, with the metaverse, with the music that I'm doing. I just did my music video for my new song, which is called To the Moon. And I am so proud of this song, because I really just feel that I just want to get just the word out there in all ways possible. And music is one of my outlets. And I was just so blown away by the music video and the song and everything, that now I'm working on a whole like kind of crypto Web3 NFT metaverse based EP. So all the songs are going to have to do with this whole new world. And that's something that I'm just excited to bring, and excited for Tomorrowland. I'm the biggest music festival in the world, which I'm going to be DJing again this summer. And I'm going to be putting NFTs as my visuals on the screens. So right now I'm just talking to a lot of artists, a lot of new emerging artists, and I don't know, just really incorporating that into so many different things I do, and just so many different investments in the space that I am so excited about, just to really invest behind so many amazing entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, and just continuing to lift up, especially all the women in the space. And I don't know, we're so early, and this is the future. And I'm so happy and proud to be a part of it.
I don't think I'm going to ask you anything else, because you can't possibly finish this chat on a more lovely note than that. I think that, anybody that hasn't looked closely at what Paris has been up to, you really are missing out. And I think the fact that you're not just making moves yourself, but you're helping others to make their own moves as well, I think is just incredibly important. And we just need more people like you in the space, quite frankly. And it's people like you that will help bring them in. So thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you and talk to you. And I have a funny feeling that we might cross paths again sometime very soon. You never know.
I love that, because I really just want to applaud you for what you're doing at Gala Games. It's really next level. It's incredible, and you're a legend. And I can't wait to meet in IRL.
Yeah, it'll be good. And guys, you'll hear more about that one day, maybe in not too distant future, but we'll see. So thank you, Paris. Have a lovely day. Don't work too hard, but live your what's your lifestyle? What do you call it?
Sliving.
Sliving. It sounds so much better when you say it. It doesn't work with a British accent. Thanks, Paris. Take care. Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.